Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, August 9th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is how and what I love is my personal responsibility. All right, so we are coming off new moon Leo energy. Turning myself up a little bit. Coming out of that, and we actually have the moon shifting into Virgo. And that being said, we actually have a week of some strong Virgo vibes going on. I want to do a brief week ahead overview. We have the moon, or not the moon, sorry, moon finishing up in Leo. We also have Mercury finishing up in Leo in the next few days and moving into Virgo. So it's going to be Wednesday afternoon that we have Mercury moving into Virgo. Now that means we're going to have that 29 Leo energy. So we may find spikes in our mental energy with that 29 Leo, but hopefully we can bring that down on into the heart and really utilize our heart energy with that 29 Mercury, really communicate from the heart, and also think with the heart. Mercury into Virgo can spike those mental and electrical vibes. However, one of the lessons of Mercury in Virgo is the lesson of focus. And so even if you're finding those mental spikes, if you are feeling monkeys running everywhere, that could happen. But we can teach the monkeys, we can teach our mind to focus, hopefully, with Mercury moving into Virgo. Again, just like Mercury in Leo, which I feel like it just shifted. It's a very, very, very fast transit. It'll actually move into Libra before the month ends. So we have that going on. Venus will be finishing up in Virgo this week. So we'll have 29 Venus in Virgo by the end of the week. And we'll be shifting into Libra Sunday night, next Sunday night, the 15th. So as we finish up Venus in Virgo, this is a really great week, especially with Mercury moving into Virgo, to focus on our health, focus on our physical body and its needs, really listening to it, honoring it, valuing our body, and showing up for ourselves in that way. And Venus in Virgo is a beautiful opportunity for finding balance. I think for many of us, so many of us, really taking notice of how much yin we allow to move through us. So yin being the receptive energy, yin being a force of flow and also chaos at times. It's not necessarily structured like yang energy. And recognizing if there's any balance in that area needed within ourselves as Venus moves into Libra. It's also a beautiful time for cultivating inner harmony within the self and hopefully expanding it outwards. Besides these transits, we will have incoming yads. So today, Monday, we finish up this yad we've been working this weekend with Mercury. I'm doing the yad shape. What am I doing with my hands? Making yad shapes. So we're finishing up this yad, this Mercury yad, and by the end of the week, we're moving into the Sun in Leo, holding that yad space. So again, part of the lesson, overarching lesson of this week is holding that energy of love through any illusion, through the contrast, through power struggles. How can you stand strong in the light? So I see the light reflecting on this, in the light of love. So that's brief overview for this week. That being said, today, like I said, we are finishing up this Mercury yad. Today we have Mercury and Pluto directly in conjunct, not really seeing eye to eye. There may be a space in the day where you do need to speak up from your heart. What is that phrase? Speak up even if your voice shakes. It may feel like one of those kinds of situations. Really listen to your heart. Where are you being asked to stand in the power of your heart, this power of your authority? That being said, also notice where you may be feeling a little puny in that regard, or a little unsure, or, I don't want to say victimized, because I'm not really feeling that energy, but I don't know if I'm brave enough, have the courage to stand in that, if that is something you're being called to with this in conjunct. Call into the power of your heart, call into the power of the love of the universe to have your back as you stand strong in this energy. We have the moon, like I said, finishing up in Leo. The last connection it's going to make is an opposition with Jupiter in Aquarius. I didn't even take a second to look. Jupiter hanging out at 28 degrees, so it shifted back to 28 degrees. Jupiter is brilliant thinking, and gosh, imagine what could happen when we take the power of the heart and the power of this new moon, because we're not out of the new moon energy. So the power of the new moon, the power of the heart, the power of the new moon, mix it with the ingenuity, expansion energy of Jupiter in Aquarius. Like amazing creation power. Are there creations at hand that are wanting to come bubbling forth, within you? And this could even be where you need to stand in your power. The thing may not be necessarily, oh, I need to say this thing. It's like the power may be like, yeah, I have this idea and I want to step into this. I want to move into this energy. So be paying attention. What is coming through? What genius is wanting to move through you? Moon into Virgo, 7:55 a.m. So early in the day, that's Pacific time. Moon into Virgo, like I said, can increase the mental vibes. Moon in Virgo can also bring our attention to our physical body. So I think as you wake up on Monday, take a little time, notice your body. Where is it at? Is it hurting anywhere? Is there anything that you need? How can you meet the needs of your physical body? I would also say start utilizing the power of focus. We already have Venus hanging out in Virgo. We have Mars hanging out in Virgo. So the moon joining them, how can you utilize the power of your focus? As the moon moves through, it will connect with Mars, 6:42 p.m. So if the day has been a little challenging, you could find yourself in temper tantrum mode. But again, go back to the wisdom of, okay, if I'm feeling temper tantrumy, is there somewhere where I've been of service to everybody else in the world and I have not showed up for myself? What am I needing? I feel so many times when we're having the breakdowns or feeling temper tantrumy or even stress. Deepak Chopra says stress is when our basic needs are not being met. Come back to that if you're feeling that. And where are you not meeting those needs, or where do you have needs that need to be met that you can step up into and show up for? So that's the evening if we feel a little temper tantrumy. Because Moon has that emotional content, and Mars tends to err on the frustrated side. It can get passionate, and you may have that feeling again, oh, there's something, ding. There is a ding there. I feel so passionate about this. I want to bring it through. So it could be that as well. But at the same time, even with that, make sure you're listening to your body and honoring it. Final transit of note, we have Venus working with Neptune. So they're in opposition. Neptune in Pisces, Venus in Virgo, 22 degrees, master level degree. Venus in Virgo, again, bringing attention to yourself, but more than the self, your physical body. Are you showing up for that? And Neptune in Pisces, it's definitely got an esoteric layer to it with this. What I always say, anytime Venus and Neptune interact, there could be some illusions coming up around relationship. That is something that can happen. Virgo can also represent the mind, so we may be feeding and illusions to ourselves through our mind, whether it's about our personal worth, whether it's about our physical body being in Virgo, even maybe about our health. I think so often we're like, I'm healthy, and then oh, I'm not that healthy. That's something I have gone through. I think am very healthy considering, but considering my Lyme, I have Lymes, by the way. So considering that, I have kept myself so healthy. But for so long, I was like, I'm healthy. And I tried so hard. And so when that moment of splat came, I was like, what is this? What even happened? So you may have some instances of that coming up. What I would say is the wisdom of this is dropping into your body and at the same time working to connect with your higher self. Really listen to the wisdom that your body has to offer, because there aren't illusions here. Those aches and pains and things that are happening in your body, that's not illusion. Whether it's from emotional pain or mental pain, it's real. Believe it, So listening into that, but also at the same time connecting to our higher self, because I believe I believe in the power of healing. I believe there's always a way through. And it is by working together, upper level, lower level, self, that we can come into our wholeness, come into our holiness. So we have that. But like I said, this also could show up in relationships, and you may feel a little like tension in relationship. It may be a little, bring up a little difficulty, but this transit will pass fairly quickly. So if it is, chances are it's more minor in nature. So let's look at the cards. The first card is the Be Here Now. So let's get physical. Like drop into your body. Be here now. Pay attention to what is coming up. Pay attention and, like I said, get beyond the illusions. Really drop in. Really listen. There's so much. It can be hard to sort through the so much, but our body, it really does know. That being said, there may be some going back and forth. Definitely some strong mental cards in this energy, and that's why I think this is like the forefront card, like be here now. When you get into either of these states, sorry, not this one, either of these states, the beyond illusion, getting in that illusion energy, or it's the schizophrenia, like, I don't know, which way, that's a call to drop in. You're getting too much noise from the outside, drop in here. I also have the past lives card. This is the moon card, so there may be, like, again, some unconscious stuff that's kind of bubbling up that needs our attention. I think that goes hand in hand with this card, the adventure card. I always say this card is like we're moving into the light, but we have some surrounding darkness that we need to address. And so I'm kind of feeling that in these energies. So it may not be like necessarily the most, smooth running Monday. However, dropping into your body, listening, and being willing to notice where things are incongruent within yourself, I think will help you move through. All right, so that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. As always, if I do not write you back within 2 days, I usually give myself, please try again, because sometimes things just get lost in my email. I get so many emails, and I don't mean to miss you. So, besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.